Now, going over to the culture part podcast, you have Joy Reid angry that Gen X voted for Trump, as well as Latino Americans in record numbers. Now, this comes with thanks to the good old X-Twitter, specifically Benny Johnson, one of the best reporters on the platform, in which he says, quote, Joy Reid is upset that Gen X voted for Trump and that Latinos voted for mass deportations of illegal immigrants. Now, it's not too long, about a minute 26, so if it is Joy Reid, so your earballs might hurt. A little disclaimer up front here. Oh, also visual disclaimer, it's not visually appealing, even debatably even worse than myself, which I'm not saying something. Without too much further ado.
Yet it was the hip-hop and Hulk Hogan generation,
Oh God, I'm sorry. What kind of suit is that? She's wearing a suit. Is that a flannel pattern suit? No, that's something you don't see every day. For good reason.
F your feelings latchkey kids who came up on Dynasty,
Potty mouth. MSNBC, of course.
Dallas, and The Apprentice, who were the lone age group that voted in a majority for Trump. A majority of Gen X voted to turn America into an autocracy.
They always accuse you what they themselves are doing with all the lawfare against Trump. Maybe they just wanted to afford a house or have grocery prices that weren't insanely expensive. Maybe not have 40-year high record inflation. Yeah, maybe that's what they wanted. And remember, when someone says, oh, these grocery stores are so greedy, nope, the cost of goods sold are increasing because their ingredients themselves are also increasing. The average profit margin for a grocery store is about 2%. Albertsons, one of the largest ones, about 1.68% last fiscal quarter. Walmart, slightly better. Granted, they sell TVs, clothing, and other knickknacks. Walmart's, their total profit is like 2.71%. That's terrible. They only make money in the aggregate because it all adds up. But in terms of like profit margin, grocery stores are not the issue. It's in the government causing inflation. And yes, that's ineptitudes on the left and the right. But I partially digress. I'll get back to her speaking.
And to condemn our kids and grandkids to a far-right Supreme Court, probably for the rest of their lives.
Constitutionalist.
And it was not just Gen X.
Remember, the one person, who did they put on the Supreme Court in terms of Democrats? They put on someone that they chose, not because they're the best qualified. Biden literally said the illegal and quiet part are allowed. He's going to choose a black woman. He was not going to choose the best. He wasn't going to, as a smart business owner would do, accept every resume and treat everyone equally and actually take the most qualified candidate. He said, oh no, I'm going to narrow down. I'm not going to choose anyone except if they're a black woman. And they chose Katanya Jansen Brown, who can't define what a woman is. She's so mentally vacuous or so much in the leftist cult. Take your decision. And when they literally ask her during the preliminary hearing, can you define a woman and what a woman is? And she goes, she can't possibly define it. She's not a biologist. That's how stupid she is, or in the cult. I'm not sure which one is worse. But we'll get back to Joy Reid speaking. I don't know why she's so angry at Trump. She has the same hair color. I think she secretly admires the man.
Because while 91% of black women voted for Kamala Harris, 53% of white women overall voted for Trump, despite the open disrespect and demonization hurled by J.D. Vance and the Supreme Court stripping women's bodily autonomy, courtesy of Donald Trump, who closed his repulsive campaign.
And even giving the states the right to choose when it comes to the topic of abortion, which is what the founding fathers would have wanted, considering it's not, written down in powers for the federal government.
By dropping the B word on Nancy Pelosi. The breakdown by education.
He called her brother? No, probably not.
Was stark. Harris won 57% of white.
Yeah, partially because Biden was illegally enlisted months ago, promising, if you vote for me, I'll pay off your student loans. Completely abdicate from responsibility. You'll pay off the loans for you. I think that was a contributing factor, even though, again, the Supreme Court struck it down. I think that was one of the reasons people were voting, because they thought, well, maybe they'll be able to do it somehow.
Women with college degrees, and lost 63% of white women without them. It was also men. Trump won every age group of men, including 60% of Gen X men and 6 in 10 white men.
There we go. Yes. When you alienate people and treat them like dog crap, they don't want to vote for you. This may seem obvious with anyone with a modicum of intelligence, but not for the Democrat Party. They've been alienating men for almost a decade. Their side cannot even define what a woman or a man is. Yeah, why would they vote for Democrats? Well, why? I'd love to hear the compelling reason. Well, there probably isn't one. That's why they lost. But we'll get back to, it's almost done, I promise. Get back to Joy trying to read. Ironic name, too. I've never seen her actually full of joy. Have you? She seems to be mostly angry most of the time. I mean, you gotta smile a little bit. You'll live longer, is what I'm told. That's, the age-old saying. Not sure if it's actually true, though. But I partially digress. Only 16 more seconds, I promise.
Also Latino men, who, despite the utter disrespect shown by Trump and his promise to deport some of your mixed staff.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, Joy Reid. A lot of us came here legally. My family was one of the last folks to escape communism in Cuba and came here legally, and we're all contributing members of society. And guess what? We respect the law of the land. However, immigration is great if you come here the legal route and you're a net benefit. It's a land of opportunity. You shouldn't be, by coming here legally, you're quite literally stealing that opportunity from people who are playing the game and actually following by the rules, so to say. So yeah, it's a no surprise. And also, people who escape a lot of Latino countries, yeah, people who escape communism don't usually vote for it. Kamala Harris was saying she wanted to control prices. So I don't think any Venezuelan voter with modicum of remembering where they came from would ever want that. I don't think any Cuban voter is going to want that. Kamala also historically said she wants to take away your guns. In 2020, she famously said during the primary, oh yeah, if Congress doesn't do anything within 100 days, I would just pass an executive order. Which, to Joe Biden's credit, now that I agree with him on many things, Joe Biden he said that was too far. You have to follow the law. Can't just pass an executive order like that. It's unconstitutional. It's against the Second Amendment. And even she was saying, oh yeah, we'll just get rid of guns. We're going to ban fracking, drive oil prices again, make gas expensive for everyone. Granted, she also flip-flopped on these topics. I'm not sure if you can trust her as far as you could throw her. But yeah, most people who come from communism, terrible countries, they don't vote for it again. In fact, quite the antithesis, they are pretty vocal about it, and they will vote for the party that wants to give them more freedom. But I partially digress. What is this? 7 seconds left? It's almost done.
Status families, most of them voted in a 55% majority.
When you look at, so this is men by race. So you got, of the white people, 60% for Trump, 37% for Harris. African American, 21% for Trump, 77%, that's actually, 77% still voted for her. Most inauthentic candidate of all time. They still did that. I mean, she was also on par with Hillary Clinton and her ineptitudes of, going to an African American and saying, oh yeah, I got hot sauce in my purse, and he pulled out a hot sauce packet. The most inauthentic thing a politician has done in my lifetime, I can't but think. Latinos, you had 55% for Trump, 43% for Harris, 46% Trump for other, and 48% were Harris.
To make the deportations happen.
Yep. Well, also, a lot of criminals are coming here. No one wants to say that. No one really wants to acknowledge that. But we're starting to see the statistics on people, or a lot of people who have not just murdered people, but abused women and children that have gotten here illegally. So, yeah, we probably don't want them. And she's saying, oh, yeah, they want deportation. Yeah, follow the law. Also, you're not helping wages in the United States because if you're increasing this, you're exponentially increasing the supply of labor. Well, the labor becomes less valuable because, supply and demand. Now, I only partially digress. This didn't go as far as I thought it would. It did all right. Got 300,000 or 309,000 views and 10,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Paul Zupa says, quote, Joy Reid is wrong about everything she says as usual. I'm looking forward to her being out of a job as the legacy media continues to collapse. Getting 358 likes, which I'd love to know the breakdown of how many of these anchors are profitable and if they actually, do not people watch Joy Reid unironically where it makes sense to pay her to do a job? Now, you also have Wall Street Silver saying, quote, all good for them, so proud for the generation to finally start seeing the truth. Yep, getting 356 likes. Shane Connor says, these people are just racist. Not all illegals are Latino, for one. Two, the majority of legal immigrants don't like illegals because they worked hard to come here legally. Cost time and money. And these illegals come in and get everything for free. Joy's moron, getting 162 likes. They're also getting a lot of benefits, more benefits than the American taxpayer getting. And again, I appreciate you taking the time to like, subscribe, and comment. One of my biggest issues I'm working on constantly is slowing down my pace of speech. Thanks to the comments, I realize that is a big thing I need to work on. And as usual, any constructive feedback is appreciated. And again, I have a theory. I think it'll be proven true eventually. When I first started the show, I had no subscribers. Well, maybe my family. But and I spoke terribly. Spoke even faster back then. And truth be told, I stumbled over my words worse than Joe Biden trying to climb upstairs. However, as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, I become a better speaker. Now, granted, the bar is quite low to begin with. Understandable. But slowly but surely been getting better at it. So I have that theory. Someday we get enough subscribers so I could go through an entire episode speaking perfectly articulately. A tall order, a pie-in-the-sky dream, some might say. But I think we'll get there nevertheless. So you could go ahead and click that button. I would greatly appreciate it. Now going back to me attempting to read the comments, you have One Land saying, quote, welcome to the real world, happy Friday. And it's a picture of I believe it's an oak tree. No, it was a willow tree. No, definitely not willow. But it got 118 likes. It's a tree with the American flag motif. A bunny rabbit says, quote, also Gen X, and picture of Gen X holding, what is that? Good old oh yeah, that's an AK-47. What is that? Not an SKS, I don't think. Then some of the RPG in back. Says if a civil war breaks out, I got my money on Gen X, getting 315 likes.
I don't want everyone crying or anything.
Who's this? Florida One says, quote, MSNBC called out men yesterday. They're racist and sexist. The media is horrendous liars. This woman makes more sense than Joy Reid, and she's not paid millions of dollars like Joy Reid. Just common sense. What's she saying?
But he won the Electoral College, he won the popular vote, and he won every swing state. If you think that everyone is delusional except for you, I think you might need to go to a doctor or something. I think maybe you should find yourself some friends to hug, or like wake up in the morning and say some positive affirmations. Because if you think the world is the problem and not you, something might be not correct about you. I learned this lesson myself in my early 20s. I have full confidence that you can learn it too.
I like it. She got 104 likes. Tom Young says, quote, she is one of the most despicable, racist people on the planet, unquote, getting 225 likes. Retina89.eth says, I'm Latina, college educated, followed every step to enter this beautiful country, learned your culture, respect, and voted for Trump, getting 175. Let's make it 176 likes. Old School Eddie says, quote, she should have just retired now. The country is changing and her hate and race baiting are no longer wanted anymore, getting 302 likes. Here. Nick says, did she also shave her head, getting 17 likes? Jeff Max says, do it the right way. No one has issues with immigration, getting 20 likes. Yep. Let's see here. Nickelodeon says, our generation saved America, getting 26 likes. Which, yeah, I'll give him right there. 27 likes now. Let's see here. American Badass, good profile name. It does have the American emoji in their profile name as well. Says they should have paid attention to their own polls. This is from Fox News. What's this? CBS News poll says, new national program to deport undocumented immigrants. Who's for it? 62% in favor, 38% oppose. Yeah, that got 8 likes and 116 views. Oh. What's this? Amit Shah parody account says, Moo Dang in real life. I have 15 seconds, but looks moderately interesting. What's she saying?
I'm sorry! No! Why?
The Trump Ranger syndrome?
Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
As rational as most leftists, getting 8 likes. No, 9 likes now. See, any contrarian statements. I'm not seeing them thus far. Yeah, we'll see what happens to MSNBC's ratings, how much they tank. I would think, how many people tune into unironically? Let's see. Reply by mail also has a picture of Joy Reid. Here looking. Says the only joy the left has left, getting 5 likes. Which, yeah. So let me know in the comments. Do you think, Joy Reid is still culturally relevant? Does anyone really tune in for her opinion? Or kind of slowly become a has-been? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.